Okay, so now, welcome back to the Dutchman's Wood Shack. Now, this thing I built, this is actually, I don't know, I was trying to make them like a sushi bowl, but anyway, I made pine one in this, and I made that as a template to copy for this. Anyway, long story short, this is oak, and I believe it's red oak. Anyway, what I did, and this is simple for a lot of you guys, I used a bunch of screws. I have scrap wood all over the place. But I used a bunch of screws to put this on when it, so that you don't um, get your fingers all over it. You can move things around easier. Anyway, that's just a simple fix. What I like to do is take a 2x2 piece of plywood, drive some nails through it, and preferably finish nails, about 10 penny nails, and there you go. You got yourself a finishing bed, and you don't have to worry about getting your fingerprints all over it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is see, funny smart. Haha, no, I'm just kidding. All right, no. So what I'm going to do now is I'm using wipe on poly. All right, I've already used a tack cloth to get it all off. And so this stuff is clear satin. It does darken a little bit, so, but the key here is what I usually do is I do this. And then what I'll do work it in. Now, when the first coat you put the first coat, I can't even speak. Then you put on this, it's gonna soak it up really good. So it's not gonna come out as shiny. It's gonna be kind of a dull finish, but it'll work because you need about 2 or 3 coats to make it good. Typically, when I do mine, I do 4 to 5 coats depending on the wood. You could do 3. The only problem is you got to make sure if you've got some really porous wood, sometimes it's going to take you, 5 coats to get it something you would normally get on something like this. In less. So now, which is kind of nice with this. See now, I know I'm messing it up, but there you go. And you don't have to worry about it leaving marks. So that's what you got right there. I think that'll be good. Now I did get a couple of brass handles for this. I don't know what I do with them. But now this one here, I'm still working on. Right, this one here. Okay, I started out doing this one here, and this is just pine. It's out of a piece of scrap lumber I had. When I get to doing some designs and stuff like this, usually I throw a piece of scrap wood on, see what I can come up with. And I actually like this. Now, this came off of a piece of pallet wood, and there's rough grain on a little bit on either side, but I left it like that. Now, at this process, right now, I'm still trying to shine it up because there's a lot of boogers right here. And then, like I said, when I talk about wood and end grains, you try to cut back on them. See, right here is another one. It's really bad. It just means more sanding. It doesn't mean you can't get it out. The other thing is, too, I found out sometimes you can hide it. Now, what I could do is I could make grooves here. I could take my Dremel or carving tools and carve a little, and I could do the same thing on top. There's just thousands of ways you could do stuff, but yeah, that I'm still working on that one. Now, here's another one right here. That's another one I did. Kind of fooling around. I just did a really short 45 in the corners. And what I'm doing here is, I've got to take this to the sander. But this one's about done, outside of pulling these. I do it today, but I've got doctor's appointments and a few other things I got to deal with, and my lungs aren't exactly up to snuff for this, even with a mask. But again, this one word of caution with this kind of wood, it's porous, and it puts out a lot of dust. So wear your mask. Okay? That's a tip for you guys today for the Dutchman's Wood Shack. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.